Hello everyone, and welcome to this video about how to score a band 7. Now, this video really contains some of the secrets to scoring highly, and I say that because if a native speaker wrote an IELTS essay, there's a good chance they wouldn't score band 9s, and a native speaker really should. But the reason they wouldn't is because they don't know what the examiners are looking for. So, if you can work out what the examiners are looking for, you can give them exactly that. And that's what this video is all about. So, it's a really important one. Get ready to make notes, and here we go. In order to score a band 7, it's important that we give the examiners exactly what they want. But how do we know what the examiners want? Well, there is something called the IELTS Task 2 Writing Band Descriptors public version. And these actually tell us what the examiners are looking for, and they tell us what we need to do for each band. These bands are then broken down into 4 key criteria, and they are task achievement, coherence and cohesion, lexical resource, and grammatical range and accuracy. Each grade band has specific requirements for these 4 key criteria. We will be talking about these key criteria throughout the rest of the course, as the course is built around these. So anytime you hear any of those key criteria, it's important that you pay attention to these closely. What you're looking at here are the IELTS Task 2 Writing Band Descriptors, and you can find these by doing a simple Google search if you like. As you can see across the top, we've got the 4 key criteria that I just mentioned, and down the left hand side we've got the different grade boundaries 9, 8, 7 and 6. In the boxes we've got a description of what you need to do for each key criteria at each of the different band levels. This course is targeting getting a band 7, so we are going to be focusing on these descriptions in the band 7 key criteria boxes. The next slides will focus on each of these and explain them in simple, plain English so that you know exactly what you need to do for each key criteria. It's also worth quickly mentioning that these band descriptors go all the way down to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Obviously, we're not going to be interested in these, but they are there and the examiners use them for all levels of ability. Now we're going to have a look at each of the 4 key criteria in turn and see exactly what it is that you need to do in order to score a band 7 for each of them. First, we'll take a look at task achievement. So, to score a band 7 in task achievement, your essay needs to address all parts of the task. This basically means to do what the question asks. So, if the question says discuss both sides of an issue, then you need to discuss both sides of the issue. Don't just discuss the side that you agree with or the side that you disagree with. You must do what the question says and discuss both sides. Similarly, if the question says, to what extent do you agree with a statement, then you need to say to what extent you agree. This sounds simple, but it's amazing how many students fail to do this and end up writing paragraphs that are related to the question, but aren't actually answering the question directly. It's important that you don't make that mistake. The second thing your essays need to do is to present a clear position throughout the response. This means that you need to say what you think and not change your mind halfway through the essay. It would not be logical to have half of an essay saying you think one thing and then in the second half of the essay saying that you think another thing. That is not logical, and it would then appear that you don't have good control over the English language. So it's important that your train of thought is the same all the way through the essay. The third thing you need to do for a Band 7 at task achievement is to present, extend and support main ideas. Basically, this simply means that you need to develop your ideas with explanations and examples. This is done in the body paragraphs of your essay, and in your body paragraphs you will have one central idea which will normally be in the topic sentence, and you will then support that with explanations and examples, and that is how you extend and support your main ideas. I'll be showing you exactly how to do this further on in the course. The final part of the last sentence there says there may be a tendency to overgeneralize and or supporting ideas may lack focus. I'll be dealing with this in another video later in the course as well. Let's have a look at coherence and cohesion now. So, to score a Band 7 for this criteria, you need to logically organise information and ideas and show clear progression throughout. Essentially, this is talking about the structure of your essay. Really, all you need to do is have an introduction, have main body paragraphs, and follow this with a conclusion. This is the logical way to organise your essays. There are some slightly different versions of this depending on the type of question you're being asked, but we'll be dealing with this in later videos. For now, all you need to be aware of is that you do need to have a clear structure, and having an introduction, body paragraphs and conclusion will help you to logically organise the information. The second thing you need to do is to use a range of cohesive devices. Well, cohesive devices are simply words that link paragraphs, sentences and parts of sentences together with each other. They are words such as however, even though, although and furthermore. I'm sure you know a lot more of these words, but it's important that you use them in your essays so that the essays flow nicely. You should try not to reuse the same linking words over and over again, and use a good range of these correctly. The third thing you need to do is to present a clear central topic within each paragraph. Really, what this means is that you need one main idea per paragraph. If you have 2, 3 or 4, it's unlikely that you're going to be able to develop those with explanations and examples, which is what you need to do to score highly in task achievement as well. But having one main idea per paragraph, which you will probably have in your topic sentence, means that you will be able to fully develop it, and your essays will not be confused with having too many ideas. Again, I'll be showing you how to structure your paragraphs in great detail in an upcoming video. Moving on to look at lexical resource, which essentially means vocabulary. To score a Band 7, your essay must use a sufficient range of vocabulary to allow some flexibility and precision. Essentially, this means you need to use a wide range of vocabulary. Synonyms and paraphrases can help here. For example, rather than simply repeating the word world throughout your essay, you can vary this by saying planet, earth, or globe. And if you can't think of one word as a synonym, you might use a few words which then give the same meaning as another word. This is called paraphrasing. The second thing your essays need to do is to use less common lexical items with some awareness of style and collocation. Simply put, this means to use less common words and use them in the correct way. We'll be looking at collocation, or using words in the correct natural way, in an upcoming video too. And finally, you need to show that your essay only has occasional errors in word choice, spelling and or word formation. So really, you just want to minimize the errors that you're making. The final key criteria is grammatical range and accuracy. To score a band 7 for this, your essay needs to use a variety of complex structures. Simply put, this means to use different types of sentences, both simple and complex. This is a lot easier than it actually sounds. I'll be showing you exactly how to do this in an upcoming video. The second thing that you'll have to do is to produce frequent error-free sentences. The more error-free sentences you can have, the better. But in order for them to be frequent, you're going to need at least half of your sentences to be error-free to score a band 7. The final thing that your essay needs to do is to show good control of grammar and punctuation, although you are allowed a few errors. Essentially, this means using the signs and symbols effectively, such as the comma, full stop, apostrophe, and colon and semicolon. Once more, I'll be doing another video to show exactly how you should and shouldn't use these a bit later on in the course. Finally, let's have a quick review of what we've learnt in this video. We should have learnt exactly how to get a band 7 in IELTS writing task 2 by addressing the 4 key criteria in the way that the examiners want us to. In front of you now, you have clear explanations of what you need to do for each criteria to score a band 7. You may wish to pause the video now and make a note of these points, or simply read them through for yourself one more time. This concludes this video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.